welcome all. Today I am going to describe the topic PPE, personal protective equipments. Those are used in various logging operations. Okay, and here we have these various type of PPEs in upcoming pages, and if we think when all the when all the possible efforts to eliminate or control the safety and health hazards at work have failed, at that time the use of these personal protective equipments must be considered, and PPEs plays an important role, particularly in various forest operations. Okay. Uh, Analysis of accident reports from logging have proved that the introduction of the compulsory use of appropriate PPEs and safety devices can result in a large decrease of certain type of injuries and accidents. Right? There are various number of available varieties of these PPEs items such as helmets, gloves, ear, eye, and various other body parts protections. Okay, and PPEs must be available to the workers free of charge, and it is decisive that the supervisors are well aware of the importance of PPEs and are motivated to inform and persuade the workers to wear it during the workings. Right, it should be the part of supervisors duty strictly to enforce the existing safety regulations with to share with the workers under their control, right? And nowadays the PPE's term is quite frequent due to COVID-19, and we have seen observed in various TV, televisions, and these newspaper reports that the medical staff, those are wearing quite different type of PPE to serve the patients. Those are related to COVID, right? Here we have different personal protective equipments or devices, and safety helmet is one of them. And as we know, the top of human skull is only a few millimeters thick, and if a falling branch, dried fruit, or dried branch, or dried pieces of these heavy materials from tree falls may fracture the skull. Okay, the injury often leads to death also. The appropriate PPE against falling or flying object is a hard hat or helmet. Right? When working in the forest, a safety helmet can normally be considered the most important item of or among these PPEs. Right? Or from my point of view, even if we are simply visiting inside the forest, we must wear the helmet or hats to protect from these falling or flying objects. Right? Safety helmet is made up of several parts for forest workers, and cell is one of them. And the helmet must meet recognized national or international standards regarding the resistance to impact, penetration, and fire. Okay, and in India we have I mark for Indian standard institutions marks for these devices, and usually hats are made from polythene or thermoplastic, which gives good protection against impact and penetration. Right, it should be replaced every 4 years. Otherwise with time the things are quite weaker in time, and we must replace these to have more durable for workers. Okay, there are two type of safety helmets, and these are hard and of varying materials to protect the head, scalp, face and neck also, right? Helmets are of full brimmed type helmet and brimless helmet with peak. Okay, these have quite different specifications for different uses. Okay, to protect the head or skull of the workers, right? Then next we have the safety gloves, and as we know, the hands and fingers are frequently injured parts, and the different type of gloves needed to protect from scratches and cuts from wood, wires, spines, thorn of trees and poisonous plants, and sometimes poisonous insect or snake like animals also. Okay, further cold and blisters, etc. The wearing of gloves should be strongly encouraged so as to reduce the considerably occasional accidents and diseases in various forestry operations, right? Gloves should preferably made of soft leather or reinforced canvas. Sometimes these gloves made up of rubber and soft plastic, and are also used in various forestry operations. Okay, and the gloves must be enough flexible to allow a comfortable grip to the handle of axe or saws or various other tools, devices. Those are used for logging operation, right? Then we have eye protection equipments, and there are variety of devices. Those are being used for eye protection in general field or industrial operation, right? And first one is safety goggles. These are in different designs for different situations, as eye cups, flexible or cushioned plastic eye shields, foundry men's goggles, etc. Okay, these are some eye protection or safety goggles types. Okay, then we have safety spectacles, and then next it is safety clip-ons, and these are protective lenses actually designed to clip on over the front of non-safety spectacles, right? Then we have next number, that is air protection equipments, and these are generally used in the factories or industries where there is the great velocity of noise is there, and that could be harmful for various physical and psychological viewpoints, right? The excessive exposure to high level of noise can causes irreparable damage to the hearing, besides some physiological and psychological harms, as I mentioned. Okay, use of some ear protection device are suggested for noise control measures, and these are here, like plug or insert type equipment, then cup or muff type equipment. Okay, and third one is helmet type, and it is further classified that helmet type is further classified as oral type and superannual oral type, and then muff type. Okay, so these are some air protection equipments, and then we have to discuss the next thing, that is first aid measures, and these are the most important part of the ergonomics, and as we know, there may chance of injuries and accidents during forest workings, or as I have mentioned in earlier pages, that even if we are in simple visit inside a forest, and there may chance of injuries or accidents. Okay, then we must have to have the first aid measures with us, and it is immediate treatment that is given to someone who is injured or has suddenly become seriously ill, when there is no qualified medical assistance is available in surroundings. Okay, and these qualified are medical staffs are like physician, nurse, ambulance crew, etc. If these are not available in the surrounding, then we have to use that first aid technique. Okay, and first aid generally includes not only the physical treatment of injury or illness, but also psychological encouragement of the victim, right? The first aider that deals the whole situation, including both the injuries and victim, right? Suitable first aid treatment will definitely increase the chance of survival in case of serious injury, okay, till they reaches to the main medical assistance. And further, first aid knowledge will also develop a person's safety awareness and also lead to safer working habits and thereby help to avoid the major or minor accidents, right? At least supervisor or team leaders or one or more person must have the thorough knowledge and skill of first aid to be available at workplace during working, and it should be always available there. Okay, one of them or two of them must be there, because sometimes there may need to carry the victim from one to another place, or sometimes there may need to provide the breathing oxygen to the victim, and there may several uh, chances to must be the presence of one or two skilled first aiders therein. Okay, there should be provision of well equipped first aid box, which must have the needful things therein, like bandage, crab bandage, cotton, then antiseptic cream, then lotions, and some energy providing drinks like glycone B or glucose C, like materials should be there in that first aid box. Okay, all the forest workers must be given basic first aid training and regular retraining, as they have frequent working or visits in the forest, and this will help them to deal with different forest activities smoothly, right? Thank you.